Welcome to Songs of Conquest. I'm Mick, this is MickCraft. We're diving into something a little bit different today, which is a game that just came out of early access today and is now at the 1.0 full release. Songs of Conquest. Songs of Conquest is a strategy game that's kind of based on Heroes of Might and Magic, which was a really popular and still popular to this day turn-based strategy game. It's especially popular in Eastern Europe, but of course popular all across the world as well. Let's go ahead. Here we are on the beautiful start menu of it. You can appreciate the pixel art. And you know, the first-person shooter genre has kind of gone through a boomer shooter phase where there's all these classic-styled games coming out. I think it'd be fantastic if we could see a more resurgence of that for strategy as well. Let's briefly take a look at the Songs of Conquest website. So, as you can see, the game is available on Good Old Games, Steam, and Epic Games, whatever your preferred launcher is. Let's go ahead and take a look at the About section briefly. Songs of Conquest is a turn-based strategy game inspired by the 90s classics. Lead powerful magicians called Wielders and venture to lands unknown. Wage battle against armies that dare oppose you and hunt for powerful artifacts. The world is ripe for the taking. Seize it. Adventure awaits. Build an empire. Wage war. And we have 4 factions, as you can see here: Arleon, Barya, Rana, and the Barony of Loth. I like that little sprite right there. So, all kinds of things. Map editor. I really like this feature, the choral campaigns. Listen to bards as they celebrate your path to victory. Each campaign comes with a unique song that tells the tale of your rise and ruin. Unlock new verses as you complete missions. Enjoy the full track at the end of the journey. Quite awesome. And of course, they're all over social media, so you can get all kinds of Songs of Conquest information there. Another thing I really appreciate about this game is it is made by indie developer Lavapotion. So, you know, small independent company. And whenever I think about the games that I really enjoy, you know, Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft. While Blizzard was, you know, already an up-and-coming company at the time, the things that I liked about Blizzard were more while they were a smaller indie-type company where you actually knew the names of the different employees. So, as you can see, it's just a couple of guys here working on this game, which I think is quite fantastic. Now let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to start a new campaign. I'd begun one earlier just on the fair difficulty. We'll go ahead and bump it up a bit. Let's see, I think it'll allow me to write in the editor, difficulty fair. We'll go up to worthy. I'm not sure I'm into the overwhelming idea right at the present moment, but let's go ahead and start out mission 1, a new Baroness. In the year 593 AA, young Cecilia Stoutheart rose to Baroness after the untimely death of her father. When ore shipments from Barkspur's rich mines go missing, and rumors of bandits are brought to the new ruler, Cecilia leads a small force to investigate the missing resources and restore lawfulness to the barony. Let's get to it. Lost shipments. Cecilia Stoutheart, the new Baroness of the Barony of Stoutheart, was on her way to the quarries of Flint Hills. All shipments of stone from this region had stopped, and she was determined to find out why. She suspected an uprising of bandits and peasants, and had already sent troops to the region to restore order. So here we go. We can see the map here. It includes a nice zoom feature, which the developer posted on their X account, a nice video of how this operates. I'll go ahead and overlay it on the video for you to see, but I think it's quite cool seeing what they're able to accomplish in a 2D sprite built on a 3D environment setting. So it is turn-based, meaning you have a set move order. You can only explore within the explored area, but you can of course venture beyond once you explore that region. We're going to go ahead and head up to this Aurelian milestone source of power. The old milestone shows the way, +2 movement for this turn. Let's see what's going on there. There was a hanging body on the gallows. Death comes to all sooner rather than later. We'll carry on. Another thing I'd like to point out at this time as well, it does work well with controllers. So I have an Xbox controller plugged into my PC here. And with the way you'll see, it just kind of has a mouse pointer in the middle. And you can select movement from there. And it's rather intuitive with a controller as well. I personally much prefer mouse and keyboard, so I'm going to do that for the remainder of my playthrough, but I did want to bring that to your attention. Here we have a dead commander. The dead commander wore Stoutheart colors and the distinctive sign of the Corvus Reserves. Stolen ore was one thing, but an uprising against Stoutheart troops was more serious. So we can take his dagger or take 800 gold. I'm actually going to go ahead and go with the dagger. I found that there's plenty of gold to be discovered. So we are at the end of our turn, which means we're going to hit E. It'll automatically save the game for us, and we'll carry on with our journey. You double-click to move forward, and what's this? The Oregon Trail. Oh, it's another 800 gold. Yeah, beautifully designed terrain. And I like to scroll quick, so I hold down the scroll wheel and I drag around, similar to Warcraft 3 and other, real-time strategy games have that kind of feature. We'll end our turn here. Tribute to Creation, another source of power available. And what's this? The Corvus Reserves. Some wounded soldiers appeared from the forest and snapped to attention. This was Cecilia's Corvus Reserves, and they'd recently seen combat. Hail, Baroness! The Corvus Reserves await your command. Lieutenant, you've seen some combat. What is the situation and status of the mines? Our scouts detected hostiles about, milady. The gold mine to the south has been seized by rebels. We also encountered an unexpectedly well-armed force at Flint Hills to the west. We took heavy casualties and were forced to retreat. How well-armed? These aren't peasants with tools and knives. They have crossbows and swords, and bannerless knights ride with them. This is no peasant uprising. Someone thinks me weak and seeks to take advantage of my father's death to steal more than a few shipments of ore. We must uphold the laws and show them the error of their ways. Gather the troops. We march for the Flint Hills. And so, what troops do you want to move to your wielder? We're going to take all of them. And as you can see, you only have a limited type of troops you can take with you at any point in time. And as you level up your wielder, you're able to unlock more for an ever-growing army. Cecilia was no ordinary commander. She was a wielder and can draw upon the essence of her troops to weave mighty spells. There we go. +1 creation, essence, duration, 1 battle. Let's move forward. So we can now add 6 rangers or 1,600 gold. I'm going to go with the rangers. And here's a beautiful waterfall. We're out of movement. Just looks nice. It is a source of power. +3 movement, duration, 2 rounds. Which will take us to the enemy and our first battle. Stand down. The mine belongs to the Barony of Stoutheart. It belongs to me. We will do no such thing. You'd be wise to go back to your castle and prepare for a storm. There's one coming, I gather. The only storm gathering here is me. Prepare yourselves. As you can tell, my voice acting is on point, clearly. So one thing that's nice, you are able to do a quick battle, and it'll just kind of automatically let AI play it out, I guess. It doesn't show you a cinematic of the fight or anything. It just gives you the ending result. Losses, and another thing that's nice is in that kind of fight, if you don't like the outcome, you can switch to do a manual battle instead. So we're going to go ahead and do a manual battle just because that's more fun. Also, you can rearrange your troops in this area. Let's put everybody up front. We can do this. So here we go. We are able to assign movement to our forces here and issue our attack commands. Oh, come on. By the way, 14 is the number of said unit with that battalion. So good to know. Yeah, it's gonna be a quick massacre out here. The enemy never stood a chance. These rebels are gonna get what's coming to them. Victory! Our dear Baroness, we fight for you. Quite satisfying. Why would you do an auto battle when you can just dominate? No, I'm just kidding. If you like auto battles, I know some people are just here for the story. They like exploring the map, you know. No hate on that decision. So here we go. We've leveled up our wielder. We can assign, we can add more troops to the army. Order magic. Guard increases our troops' melee resistance. I want to be able to command more forces. That sounds satisfying to me. And we're going to bring this gold mine back into our command. And we completed the optional objective. And our banner stands high. Glory to the Stouthearts. Another thing that I just did that I'd like to point out, I issued a further command than she could go. And I still just right-clicked and she went as far as she could in that order. So now we're going to go ahead. I'm hitting E to move on to the next turn. And we're going to go ahead and advance out to that next station here. What could this be? Tribute to Order. As she touched the old Tribute to Order, she felt its essence empower her. Missed the rest, but it is what it is. We're out of movement. Let's get this source of power. Plus 20 defense, minus 10 offense. Man. We're going to advance forward. Let's see what's going on up here. 6 more footmen for the army. I like it. And 6 more rangers. We are building a mighty warband. Here we go. The Aurelian Empire. Hundreds of years ago, the Empire of Aurelia spanned the known world. Statues of the Empress can still be found spread across Orleans, and many folks speak dreamingly of the golden years of Aurelia. Beautiful. Let's gather this chest here. 1,500 gold. I'll take the loot. And let's carry on where it looks like we got a enemy to deal with down here. I bet they're responsible for this burnt building. You best be gone, young Stoutheart. Flint Hills are free lands now. Free? Free to be attacked by bandits and pillaged by other baronies? Who will protect the people? You? Why not? As you can see, we are quite well armed. I can see that, but I caution you to think carefully before your next actions. Put down your weapons, answer my questions, and I'll be merciful. Or stand unlawfully against me, and my sword will deliver justice. Now, who armed you? One of good intentions. I've seen Stoutheart Mercy when the head of old Lord Hammond was sliced off his body. Now turn back. It brings me no pleasure to turn my sword upon my subjects, but unlawful acts will not be tolerated. Stoutheart will stand. Oh yeah, we're about to crush these fools. Let's see, I'm gonna move my archers to the high ground. This footman will just be there. Let's get into it. Forces are capped at 20, so we're gonna push forward. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, big ouch. Ooh. Here we go. The enemies of Stoutheart fall easily to our blades. Another glorious victory. we advance. You love to see it. But it was not without loss, especially to our Ranger Corps. Out of movement. No survivors remain, but sifting through the ashes, some resources are found. Back to the Oregon Trail here. Road sign, Flint Hills. Bannerless Knights. Threat level towards Cecilia, risky. As Cecilia's troops approached Flint Hills, a force of well-armed soldiers wearing no Baronese colors came out to meet them. Knights, archers, you're no ordinary bandit force. I've always wanted to kill a wielder. You won't be the first upstart knight I've defeated. Here we go. Yeah, low on Rangers, this might get a little tough, I do have to say. Luckily, they only have one army of ranged attackers. Ooh, yeah, I do not like that. Our Ranger Corps is likely to go down in the next, Alright, we have to attack the adjacent enemy. It's looking rough for the Mixter here. Alright, ending our turn. Victory again. I have to say, fare was quite a bit simpler. But never fear. The army presses onward. We're going to go with combat training. I'd like to be able to issue terrible, terrible damage. And here we go. A crowd of peasants led by a village elder come out to greet Cecilia as her force entered Flint Hills. I've defeated the rebels and restored Flint Hills to the protection of Stoutheart, as is my duty. Now, who among you will tell me what happened? Those knights and their soldiers appeared recently and armed all the local troublemakers. They seized our quarries and mines and started sending the shipments south towards Boxburg, where their patron waits. And none of you stood against them? None of you sent word to the local warding? Or to Springhold? No, milady. We were afeard of our lives. We sent a messenger to Hope's Glade to warn them and ask for help, but the messenger never returned. Remember this moment the next time you are made the offer of independence. I will always protect the barony, from threats within and without. Join my forces, and together we will restore order to this territory. We'll heed the call to arms of Stoutheart, as we did for your father before you. There are able-bodied recruits in the peasant hut. There we go. We're rebuilding the army. Absolutely spent almost all of our gold to build up that large force. Well worth it. Claimed farmhouse, receiving gold each round. I like it. Excellent. Stone deposits claimed. We're acquiring riches, my friends. Forgot to pick up these stone blocks as well. Yeah, this game, it has a rather satisfying feel to it, I do have to say. Quite the fan. And the design is just beautiful. As you can see, it is in fact a 3D structure that's built into a pixel art type design. Love to see it. A forward scout. A small band of Cecilia's scouts stood waiting along the roadside. Lady Stoutheart, Corporal Greenwood, we've come from your warden, Villia of Thorncliffe, as per your command. Your troops are concealed at the forest's edge. Corporal, this is not the forest edge. These troops are camped within Tenderwild. You may have disturbed the Fae. The Fae, milady. Surely the Fae are only a myth. Superstitions for the country folk. Did my ancestors sign a covenant with mythological creatures? The covenant of leaves still stands, and we must make sacrifice or break the peace. Consider what we must forfeit to the forest beings to atone for your error. I await your judgment. My life is yours. Your death would serve no one. If I remember my history, there is an offering tree southwest of here. We'll try to reason with them. Join up, Corporal. I need all of my troops, even the ones who make mistakes. Your loyal servant, Lady Stoutheart. Excellent. And we got more rangers, just what we needed. Excellent. An offering to the offering tree. Oh, 6 rangers, absolutely. We're gonna need all the rangers we can get. The forces are realigned. Love to see it. What do we have here? A giant mushroom. The spores from these strange mushrooms fill the army with berserker rage. There we go. Some chaos essence. A nice, beautiful waterfall. And with that, we're out of movement. Oh, the Faey Spirits. Collecting more gear for a lovely wielder. Let's see what's going on with these Faey Spirits. Deranged Faey. Faey Spirits, flying creatures of the Tenderwild with bat-like wings, long claws and sharp teeth, swooped and buzzed before their offering tree. They wore strange masks and screeched at Cecilia and her troops. Humans be gone! We wish to leave an offering for our trespass on the forest, as is stated in the ancient covenant between us. Stand aside, little spirits. I would do my duty. No humans! None ever! Spirits, do not trifle with me. I am Stoutheart, and by the agreements I seek to make amends. If you continue to impede my passage to the offering tree, I will draw arms and put you out of your misery. You are a misery. Misery! So be it. And by the way, I'm going to take a moment just to show you the quick battle situation. So you can resolve the battle. As you can see, it'll be victory. 12 militia lost and 10 rangers lost at that. But we can either accept or go into manual battle, which we'll do. And we'll see how we do against that 12 and 10. It'll be interesting to see. Which would have been almost all of my rangers, by the way. Not a fun time. Here we go. Just one forward. Dang. This guy's hit with some vicious damage. Oh good, we can hit him. Blasted him out of the sky. Look, yeah, we've already done much worse, unfortunately, than the auto battle, but that's all right. There we go. The peasants succeeded in victory against the Faey Spirits. So, if you're a noob like me, the auto battle might actually be a nice option. 1 more ranger lost and 23 more of the militia were lost than with the auto battle. So good to know. We're going to do more actually, how are we doing? You know, I'm going to do more combat training. We got to end this here. The offering was the most unusual tree Cecilia had ever seen. Her friend, Vilya of Thorncliffe, had described them once, but had not done them justice. The branches were smooth and glossy, and seemed to be lit from within. The leaves tinkled like tiny bells in the breeze, and most uncommon, the tree gave off the aroma of warm spiced cider, like her mother would give her when she was small. Fae of the Forest. For trespass upon your woods, we offer compensation. For these Faey Spirits slain, I ask forgiveness. They could not be reasoned with. Let our peace be everlasting. There we go. No available path to that Fae Grove down there, but that's all right. We'll make our way back out. Ooh, there we go. More gold up ahead. Oh, that's right. You can double-click to expedite your movement to a location. Old bones. Yeah, we definitely need the forces here. And how are we doing on troops? 17, 27, and 6. Let's attack. Baryan Mercenaries. Threat level, risky. A procession of pikeneers, 51 to 99, and a troop of musketeers, 11 to 25. You know, we might need some more forces. Let's see if we can go back to town to gather more. Aha, we can. There we go. As Cecilia examined the strange arch, she noticed that it was almost warm to the touch and had a slight vibration. She studied many strange ruins from the time of Aurelia, but never one that seemed so alive. 500 experience, let's go. All right. And you can zoom out nice and far on the world map too, which is quite enjoyable. Seeing how far we've progressed and seeing what's to come. But anyways, let's adventure on to the Baryan Mercenaries. Guarding the road was a large force of mercenaries, hailing from the merchant states of Baria. Turn back! The road is open for ore shipments from the Flint Hills only. I see you are strangers to these lands, or will you know me as the lawful Baroness Stoutheart? I do not recall a declaration of war from the Baryan city-states. Therefore, you are thieves and trespassers. What other crimes shall I add to the list? We've committed no crimes. We are honorable mercenaries, here on contract and merely following orders. Avoid contract, as it is not with me. You have my ore, therefore you are thieves. You will return it, tell me who hired you, and maybe I will ransom you back to your employers. We are not afraid to fight you, Stoutheart, but be warned, our contract states that no one wearing Stoutheart colors are to be spared on the field of battle. Of course, if you turn around now, we can avoid this battle. Never. You shall be treated as criminals, and my sword will deliver justice for breaking our laws. Then, unfortunately, we must battle. So, that is a rather large force. Let's see what the quick battle determines. And it appears a handy victory for us. So, let's go ahead and manual battle it. And annihilate the enemy, as we do. Go. Yeah, we're gonna go down here. Big ouch. My goodness. There we go. send him forward. And just all ranged attacks hit in here. Oh, they're reloading. Alright, we'll advance forward. There we go. Annihilated. That's how we do it. Cecilia, our Baroness, we fight valiantly for you. Yeah, I think the auto battle is still beating me quite a bit, but as I continue to play, I'm sure that skill will improve. So what can we do now? Combat training, +1 retaliations. Ooh, let's get this range resistance. I like that idea. What have they done? Cecilia's troops search the smoking remains of Hope's Glade, looking for survivors. The townsfolk had clearly put up a fight, and for that they had suffered. From the rubble, they heard a moan, and they uncovered a gravely injured militiaman. Lady Stoutheart, we held as long as we could. We had to retreat. They were too strong. Who did this, Baryans? A troop of Baryan Mercenaries marched on towards Barkspur. But it were knights that attacked us, men of Arlian, setting fire to our homes, taking no surrender. All we could do was flee to the hills, north of here. The wounded man tried to speak, then fell limp. His eyes glazed over as the last sliver of strength left his body. His essence is in the wind, but Stoutheart still stands. Come, there are survivors here yet. Let's search the hills before we journey south to Barkspur. It's time to put an end to this. All right, we got to search for survivors and liberate Barkspur. Survivors, we're coming for you. Yeah, we'll take the gloves. As they reached the top of the hill, they found a sturdy tavern and the soot-covered, injured, and scared survivors of Hope's Glade. From among them, a minstrel stood and greeted Cecilia. Hail! Do my eyes deceive, the Baroness of Stoutheart to grant reprieve? If you mean to avenge these foul knights, then we brave souls would join your fight. Quite poetic. And with your aid, Stoutheart will stand, returning peace and order to the land. I like it. By the way, if you're new to the channel, I'm a big music guy, so I think I'm going to like this Songs of Conquest concept. Ooh, we can get some minstrels for the army. There we go. Lovely. Anything up here that I missed? Man, brutal. Well, we venture on. Interesting. An essence anomaly. Look at all that essence. There we go. Gazing across the lake, Cecilia saw the settlement of Barkspur. It was clearly occupied by another force of Baryan mercenaries, this one led by a wielder. She readied her soldiers for the final battle to retake this region. We've got a wielder to defeat now. Difficulty intensifying. There he is. Oh, and he's advancing towards us. Nimander Breeze. Tough looking dude. Let's see what the quick battle resolves. Hopefully victory for Cecilia Stoutheart. That it is. With the loss of all minstrels. My guys. Oh no. I'll play a lovely ballad for you. But perhaps I can save you in my manual battle. Be fun to get a loot or something like that. Here. You know, we're gonna play... What is there? Yeah, that was not fun. Go. Not sure what he can do. What do we got here? You see, we've had these spells this whole time, and I didn't even know. Yeah, I'm admittedly a bit timid right now, but it is what it is. We'll end his turn. There we go. Ooh. But hey, he's got the protection around him. The Jig of Jugs. Whoa. That is a powerful dude. I will send him there. Alright, what do we got? We're gonna rally the troops. There we go. What do we got here? Rejuvenation. Another turn, same round. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot to learn in this game. This is quite cool. We're gonna rally again. Big ouch. Boiling blood? There we go. The final musketeer goes down. I took heavy losses. As I learn the spells, we'll figure more out, but a victory is a victory. And I'm sorry, my minstrels. I will play a song for you at this conclusion. After the battle, a beaten Nimander Breeze is brought before Cecilia. Wielder, we appeal to your honor and beg that we may negotiate a surrender. I am Nimander Breeze of the Quartz Battalion and a stranger to these parts. I concede the field and will withdraw my forces. You are indeed a stranger, Baryan, or you would know by my colors that I am Baroness Cecilia Stoutheart. Was it your weapons that armed the bandits who caused the uprising at my mines? There was a misunderstanding, Baroness. We were led to believe by our employer that they had a lawful claim on these lands. When we realized our betrayal, we had signed the contract. By the mercenary code, we could not withdraw our services. Reveal to me your employer and their plans. If I am satisfied with your answer, I will spare you. But every Baryan of your company must leave my lands immediately. It was Lady Hammond that hired us. the Topaz Battalion is sent to recover Ashbourne. We are grateful for your mercy, Lady Stoutheart. May this deal bring good fortune to each party. The information is adequate. I will spare your life and instead send you to the prison in Castle Everkeep. There you may contemplate that honor might be worth more than gold. Corporal, this is your chance to redeem yourself for your error in the Tenderwild. Take 2 squads and transport Captain Nimander Breeze to Everkeep until we can arrange for his ransom. You can depend on me, Lady Stoutheart. And look at this. We've got a settlement now. Victory! With Barkspur restored to Stoutheart rule of law, Cecilia gathered her troops once more and set out to pursue the Topaz Battalion and prevent the occupation of Ashbourne. For this, she would need the aid of Villia of Thorncliffe, Warden of Stoutheart, and Cecilia's longtime friend.
Grim conviction rose Cecilia of Stoutheart to crush rebellions and push back another upstart. Lady Hammond claimed her settlements, settling, we begin.
Songs of Conquest is really great. Lavapotion I appreciate. The minstrel ballads start to grow. Songs of Conquest, here we go. Hey guys, I'm Mick. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Special shout out to Lavapotion. They actually provided me with a key to Songs of Conquest. I'm enjoying the game so far, looking forward to doing more. Please catch me in my next video.